All the organisms of the same species living in the same area. Population. In science, a population is a group of the same species living together in one place. Imagine trying to manage a group chat where all your friends are discussing where to meet up for dinner. Just like how you need to coordinate with everyone in the chat to ensure everyone ends up at the same restaurant, a population consists of all the organisms of the same species living in the same area, interacting and functioning together. In this analogy, each friend in the group chat represents an individual organism. The group chat itself is the specific area they all inhabit, and their goal of meeting for dinner mirrors how populations interact and thrive within their ecosystem. The largest population that an environment can support. Carrying capacity. Carrying capacity is the maximum number of individuals an environment's resources can sustainably support without degrading. Imagine you're hosting a dinner party and have a limited number of chairs and plates. Just like how you can only invite as many guests as you have seating and tableware for, an environment can only support as many individuals as its resources will allow. In this analogy, the chairs and plates represent the resources in an environment, such as food, water, and shelter, while the guests are the population. Once you've reached the maximum number of guests that your setup can comfortably accommodate, you've hit your carrying capacity. A limiting factor that depends on the population size, for example, a large population needs more to hunt. Density-dependent factor. In simple terms, a density-dependent factor is a natural control on population growth that becomes stronger as the population size increases, like competition for resources. Imagine you've planned a big party but underestimated how much food to prepare, and as more guests arrive, the snacks run out quickly. This situation is similar to how a dense population in nature requires more resources like food to sustain itself. Just as more party guests mean you need more snacks to keep everyone happy, a larger population means a greater need for resources, highlighting how density-dependent factors like food availability are crucial in regulating population sizes. A factor that limits population growth independent of population size, for example, a cold climate, is a density-independent factor. In science, a density-independent factor affects a population's growth regardless of how many individuals are in the population. Imagine trying to plan an outdoor picnic, only to have it suddenly rained out. Just as a rainstorm disrupts your picnic plans regardless of how many people are attending, a cold climate can limit population growth independently of how large or small the population is. In both cases, the external factor, rain for your picnic and cold climate for population growth, affects the outcome regardless of other variables like the number of attendees or population size, highlighting how certain environmental conditions can play a decisive role irrespective of internal factors. A dramatic population increase in a short time, exponential growth. In science, exponential growth means numbers double over regular intervals, rapidly increasing in size. Imagine you're cleaning your home, and you notice a small pile of clutter in the corner of a room. Just like how that clutter can quickly spread and take over the entire space if not managed, a population can experience exponential growth, rapidly increasing in size over a short period. The clutter represents the initial group of individuals, and as each item or individual attracts more, the pile or population grows exponentially, illustrating how unchecked growth can lead to overwhelming expansion. The number of males and females of different ages in a population. Age structure. Age structure is the distribution of people of different ages within a population, which helps scientists understand population dynamics and predict future trends. Imagine you're trying to pack a suitcase for a vacation, but your clothes are all different sizes and shapes. Just like you need to strategically arrange your items to fit everything inside the suitcase, a population's age structure is about organizing and understanding the distribution of people of different ages and genders within a society. Just as you need to know the size and shape of each clothing item to efficiently pack your suitcase, demographers need to know the number of males and females of different ages to understand population dynamics and plan for future needs. The study of human populations, their growth rate, and distribution. Demography. It is the science that analyzes how populations change over time and space. Imagine trying to manage the seating arrangement for a large family dinner where everyone wants to sit in the best spot. Just like figuring out where each family member should sit to keep everyone happy, demography involves analyzing how human populations grow and spread across different areas. In both cases, you're dealing with a dynamic situation where understanding preferences, growth, and distribution helps you make informed decisions about where everyone or every group should ideally be. A movement of individuals out of a population. Emigration. In science, emigration is when individuals leave a population to live elsewhere. Imagine you're at a crowded party and the room is getting uncomfortably warm, prompting people to step outside for some fresh air. This scenario is similar to emigration in a population, where individuals leave a group to find better conditions elsewhere. Just like partygoers exiting a stuffy room to seek comfort outside, emigration involves people moving out of an area to improve their living situation, reducing the density and potentially alleviating stress in the original environment. The movement of individuals into a population. Immigration. In science, immigration refers to the process where new organisms enter and join a different population or ecosystem. Imagine you're hosting a dinner party and more guests show up than you initially invited. This scenario is similar to immigration, where new individuals enter and become part of an existing population. Just as the extra guests integrate into your party by mingling, sharing food, and adding to the overall atmosphere, immigrants become part of a population by contributing to its culture, economy, and diversity. A population changing from high birth and death rates to low birth and death rates. Demographic transition. It is the process where a society transitions from high rates of births and deaths to lower rates as it develops economically. Imagine you're at a concert where the music starts off really loud and intense, but gradually shifts to softer, more mellow tunes as the night progresses. Just like the concert, a population can begin with high birth and death rates, signifying a bustling, intense phase, and transition to low birth and death rates, reflecting a more stable and controlled environment. In this analogy, the loud music represents the high birth and death rates, creating a sense of chaos and energy, while the mellow tunes signify the low birth and death rates, where things calm down, much like a society stabilizing as it develops. The number of individuals per unit of area. Population density. Population density measures how crowded or spread out individuals are in a specific area. Imagine trying to find a parking spot at a crowded shopping mall during the holiday season. Just like the difficulty of squeezing your car into a limited space filled with other vehicles, population density measures how many individuals occupy a specific area. In both scenarios, whether it's cars per parking lot or people per square mile, the concept highlights the challenge of fitting a certain number into a confined space, emphasizing how cramped or spacious an area can feel based on its occupancy. Number and variety of species living in an area. Biodiversity. Biodiversity is the variety of all living organisms in a specific environment. Imagine trying to cook a delicious meal with only salt and pepper in your pantry. Just as a variety of spices and ingredients are essential to create a flavorful dish, the number and variety of species living in an area are crucial for a healthy and balanced ecosystem. Each species in an ecosystem plays a unique role, much like each ingredient in a recipe, contributing to the overall health and resilience of the environment, similar to how a diverse pantry allows for more robust and satisfying meals. A species critical to the survival of an ecosystem. Keystone species. A keystone species is an organism that plays a vital role in maintaining the structure and balance of an ecosystem. Imagine the chaos in a busy kitchen if the head chef suddenly disappeared. Just like the head chef is crucial for coordinating the kitchen staff and ensuring a smooth operation, a keystone species is critical to maintaining balance and order within an ecosystem. In both scenarios, the absence of this central figure, whether it's the head chef or a keystone species, can lead to disarray and dysfunction, highlighting their essential role in keeping the entire system running smoothly. When population growth starts slow, then sees exponential growth, then slows again. Logistic growth. Logistic growth is when a population grows quickly at first, then slows down as resources become limited and carrying capacity is reached. Imagine trying to start a new social media account from scratch. At first, gaining followers is slow because only a few people know you exist. But as more people start to follow and share your content, your follower count begins to grow rapidly. However, eventually, this growth will slow down as you reach a saturation point where most interested people are already following you. In this analogy, the initial challenge of gaining followers represents the slow start of a population's growth. The rapid increase in followers as your account becomes more popular mirrors the exponential growth phase. And the eventual slowdown as your account matures and reaches most potential followers reflects the slowing of growth as resources become limited. An environmental factor that limits population growth, for example, a drought, limiting factor. In science, a limiting factor is anything that restricts the size or growth of a population. Imagine trying to make a large pot of soup, but you're running out of water. Just as your soup can't grow without enough water, a population can't grow if a crucial resource, like water, during a drought is limited. In both cases, the lack of water is the limiting factor that prevents further growth. Your soup won't fill more bowls, and the population won't increase beyond what the environment can support.